your content isn't interesting enough. Okay, a bit harsh. I probably could have eased you into that like a doctor delivering bad news, but it's true. If your content isn't performing, it's probably because it's not interesting enough. Because you cannot polish a turd. You can add hooks, SEO, trending sounds, cinematic lighting. You can translate your captions into 7 different languages. If the idea is boring, none of that stuff matters. So I'm going to give you a very simple way to make sure that everything you post is interesting enough to perform. There are 2 phases to this. Your content has to pass phase 1 in order to get to phase 2, and phase 2 is the most important. So first of all, your content idea must answer yes to one of these 2 questions. The first question is, does this idea have mass appeal to a specific group of people? And it has to be a specific group of people, not all women, all parents, all everybody. I'm talking women with ADHD who struggle with burnout, people who are lifting weights for the first time in their 40s, parents of toddlers. It needs to be specific enough that people feel like you're talking directly to them and give enough clarity for the algorithm to be able to categorize it. But it has to have mass appeal to this specific group of people, because if there's not enough people interested, there is a limit to your content performance. The second question is it searchable? Does this piece of content answer a question that I know my audience are asking? Why am I always bloated? Why is my toddler biting me? What is the best foundation for women over 40? Algorithms distribute content based on relevance, based on topics and things that people are already interested in. Even for the most experienced creators, it's incredibly difficult to generate interest in something. So tap into demand that already exists. Now, if your content answers yes to one of those 2 questions, then congratulations, you have passed phase 1. We're into phase 2. If you want your content to be interesting, there has to be something new about it. There needs to be novelty. Content is only interesting when you have something new to say, when there is a gap between what people already know or understand or believe and what you're saying. And there are so many ways to add novelty to your content. You could be giving people new information they haven't heard before, a new way to solve a common problem, but you could also be telling a story with a funny or shocking twist. You could be opening up about a personal experience. You could be giving an opinion or a perspective that people don't talk about often. Remember that your common knowledge isn't common knowledge, and it doesn't have to be something that nobody knows, but if a large group of people don't know this information or haven't heard this thing before, then it's probably interesting. Novelty is what creates curiosity. Curiosity is what drives high watch time and engagement, and those are the things that tell the algorithm to push your content out further. If you want to know more about all of this stuff, I have an entire module in the Content Club, which is my course and community, all about coming up with really good ideas, because your content is only as strong as the ideas and the things that you're talking about. If you want access to the Content Club, my full course on how to grow and monetize, send me a DM and I'll give you a discount code.